Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1481, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. In which TV series does Fred Savage play Kevin Arnold? The Wonder Years. What is Florida's largest lake? Lake Okeechobee. How old was Josiah when he became king? 8. Which organization was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1917? Red Cross. Surprisingly, whose team lost a Christmas decorating contest when she was an inmate at Alderson, a West Virginia women's prison? Margaret Stewart. What year saw the launch of Heinz's tomato ketchup? 1876. What U.S. state capital city is located at the southern shores of Lake Owai? Pierre. Who wrote Treasure Island? Robert Louis Stevenson. Abraham Lincoln, Julius Caesar, Tutankhamun, and Osama bin Laden were all speculated to have suffered from what disorder? Marfan syndrome. The second video ever played on MTV was by what female artist? Pat Benatar. What was the name of the site used to build the Empire State Building? John Thompson Farm. What year did Volkswagen introduce the Golf GTI? 1976. What phenomenon destroyed many paintings by prehistoric people? Answer: erosion. Many cliff faces used to be adorned with ancient art, but years of erosion caused their work to be lost. Which bird is the national bird of Lithuania? White stork. Via what route did Russians manage to send some supplies to Leningrad during the German siege of the city? Answer: a supply route across Lake Ladoga. Which famous figures are featured on Prague's astronomical clock? The 12 Apostles. Who wrote the opera Madame Butterfly? Puccini. What kind of animal is raised in a warren? Rabbits. Who said of his TV fame, "To this day, people will call me Dan Arnold"? John Goodman. During World War II, prisoners wearing a green triangle in a concentration camp signified the prisoners were what? Criminals or convicts, often working as capos. What word was coined from the name of Asian dictator's wife who is notorious for her 3,000 pairs of shoes? Imeldific. In France, what would you buy in a boulangerie? Bread. In Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, what is the name of the pompous clergyman who marries Elizabeth's sister, Charlotte? Mr. Collins. What theorem is used to determine the length of the hypotenuse of a right triangle? Pythagorean. In what year did Martin Luther King Jr. deliver his I Have a Dream speech? 1963. What year was the inaugural FIFA World Cup tournament held? 1930. In England, the victim of an April Fool's joke is sometimes popularly referred to as what? Answer: a noodle. Victims of April Fool's pranks in England may also be called a gob, gobby, or noddy. When was the first radio alarm clock invented? 1940s. What is the capital city of England? London. What year did H.G. Wells publish The Island of Dr. Moreau? 1896. What punctuation mark do mathematicians use to express a number's factorial? What year was actor W.C. Fields born? 1880. What German political leader was known as the Iron Chancellor? Otto von Bismarck. Found in red blood cells, this is an oxygen-carrying protein. Hemoglobin. Who played Luke Skywalker in the original Star Wars movies? Mark Hamill. What was the name of the earliest form of paper currency? Answer: flying money, used during China's Tang Dynasty. If reading in chronological order, which book in the Chronicles of Narnia series should you read first? The Magician's Nephew. In which country was the first Soccer World Cup held? Uruguay. In which forest does the Danube River rise? Black Forest. What store in Diagon Alley sells ingredients for potion making? The Apothecary. In what year did Adolf Hitler become Chancellor of Germany? 1933. What are the two most popular types of coffee beans? Arabica and Robusta. What year did Guatemala declare its independence from Spain? 1821. The Iditarod Trail sled dog race was inspired in part by what event? A diphtheria outbreak. In 1925, several teams of mush dogs relayed a serum for diphtheria from Seward to Nome, Alaska. What is the most common Scrabble letter? E. In what 1952 play is Giles Corey pressed to death, his last words being, "More weight"? The Crucible. What series of movies starring Clifton Webb was adapted to a TV show in 1985? Mr. Belvedere. Who did Prince Charles wed in A Wedding Fit for a Prince in 2005? Camilla Parker Bowles. What is the length of a U.S. Senator's term? 6 years. The city of Chattanooga is located in which state? Tennessee. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.